Everybody, hi, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. There you go. Cardboard nerd, once again. Alright, welcome to my channel, Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. If you get a chance, it doesn't cost you anything. I'm not monetized or anything. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, leaving some comments so that we can interact. And like the videos so that the subscription and likes and all that can get YouTube to push these videos out, so maybe more people who like the kind of stuff that I like can watch. So that would be nice if you don't mind. Alright, so I just uploaded the video I took earlier tonight. Went up to Peninsula Sports Cards in Belmont, California. I think it's 390 El Camino in Belmont. And that's the other shop. My local card shops are Stevens Creek Sports Cards in San Jose, South Bay Sports Cards up here in Sunnyvale, and then that Peninsula one, which about 20 to 25 miles, maybe 20 miles, somewhere around there, north of San Jose up in Belmont. So about halfway between San Jose and San Francisco. It's a cool shop. I like to go up there every year and see what they got. They got different stuff, and so that was neat. Went in there, but they didn't have a whole lot of different stuff this time around. But there was a few things I wanted to get because I wanted to show y'all here on Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. So anyways, check out that walkthrough video. They got some pretty decent stuff. If you want vintage stuff, well, let me put it this way. If you want like pre-war graded stuff, go to Stevens Creek Sports Cards. That's where they have most of the graded, either vintage or pre-war. Peninsula Sports Cards has some vintage, but a lot not really graded stuff there, so you might be able to pick up loose stuff, but not as much. But they got a ton of stuff, so that store is a little bigger, so it's spread out a little more, and it's easier to see what they have on the shelves. And then South Bay Sports Cards and Sunnyvale is good because it's quick bounce in and out of there, but it's just a small store and it's just packed with stuff, so it's hard to see. But all three of them have their benefits. But if you're into the graded and vintage and singles and stuff like that, Stevens Creek's the way to go. If you just want a little more spacious and maybe some of this older stuff that they have, like I showed you, that junk wax stuff, or some of the more oddball stuff, like these Japanese cards, which I think are Calby, but I don't read Japanese. That, reprints, frame stuff, all that kind of stuff. They basically got kind of that. They're the kind of in between store. They're the ones that have old boxes of Topps 87 and Score 90 and Dunross whatever. So you can get a bunch of that kind of stuff there, and your new hobby boxes. And they have a bunch of singles and stuff that you can go through. You have to dig around. And I would say that store is more, because it's closer to San Francisco, and I believe that's the closest like authorized hobby shop up in when you start to get towards San Francisco, because I don't think San Francisco has a card shop anymore. So I think to get like authorized top stuff and like hobby boxes and all that, that's probably the closest store to San Francisco. So if you're into like the Giants, like Giants team sets, Giants cards, like they have one of those rotating things that's just mostly focused on the Giants, that's where you're going to get it. So a lot more San Francisco centric, maybe that's the way to put it. As to where South Bay sports cards, you might get a little, you might find some of that stuff, but not as much. But that's probably where you're going to go if you're just like, hey, I want new hobby boxes coming out. Need to pick that up. Um, Whether it's basketball, they got all the same stuff, but that's where you're just going to bounce in there, grab your hobby box, few supplies, shoot the crap with the dude for a little while, and in and out. They do have a few singles, but not a whole lot. They do have some entertainment and a little bit of Pokemon and those kind of things, but not a whole lot. So, and then if you go to like Stevens Creek Sports Cars, like I said, pre-war, vintage, graded, a bunch of singles, and maybe that's the place where you would go if you're wanting to find maybe a little bit of San Francisco stuff, maybe some A's stuff, like San Jose Sharks, those kind of things you would find down there a little more, but not as much as, say, that Peninsula. So anyways, there you go. Alright, so I went up there today and picked up some stuff. So I'm just going to do a quick run through now. I'll probably eventually do a video for each of these things individually, or for the most part, you'll get what I'm saying. So I'll have to do a video for this. So that's that Topps box I was grabbing in that video when I came across it in the junk wax error shelves. So that's the 87 Topps Baseball Traded Series. That's the one that has my favorite Andre Dawson card in there. And you know what? I've been looking for this box set for years. In 87, let me take a drink, folks. In 87, through that summer, is when I really took off buying baseball cards. So I was buying packs and packs and packs, just like a bunch of you people. So 87 was one of my favorite all-time top sets. And to be honest with you, 87 is my favorite Donruss and Flair. All three of them did a great job in 87, but of course all overproduced, but not as bad as like the 90s. But 87 is probably my favorite design of Topps. And I bought a bunch of those packs throughout the summer. And then at Christmas, I think my brother gave me an 87 factory set of Topps. So I still have that. But I never did have this. I only had the Andre Dawson card that I picked up somewhere along the way. But I always wanted to get this, I know it's not part of the main set, but to kind of complete my little 87 thing there of the factory sets. So now I have the factory set and now the factory traded series. That's cool. So I'll do a video specific to this box. It's got like 130 cards. We'll go through them. 132. So I'll flip through most of those. Not a whole lot of great stuff in this, but there are a few good ones. And of course my Andre Dawson. So pick that up. And that's first for me. Alright, let me grab this over here. I did pick up that other one when I was looking at those blasters I showed you. I got a 2019 Diamond King, so I feel further back you go, obviously Panini now, I avoid like the plague, but when they still had somewhat of a license, Diamond Kings was pretty cool. Kind of stopped doing them when they stopped even having a chance of getting like a mini, but this one's a cool one, 2019, so that's far enough back. And the cool thing is they do have the Diamond King instead of the Babe Ruth set. They have the Joe Jackson one. So yeah, I figured I'd grab that because I haven't done any Diamond Kings in a while. Of course they give you a discount, but I ended up spending a lot of money there. That sucked. And then I did look online to make sure that they did have the Allen and Ginter minis as a possible option of a possible card that you could pull. from the Topps Archive Signature Series. So these were probably the cheapest ones that they had there, and but they are available. So I picked up one of these. So I've been doing more like at the Stevens Creek, been picking up more of the 2023s recently. But I saw 2022 and I thought, what the heck? But it was kind of a between the retired player series or the modern player series, and I figured my chance of getting a mini Allen Ginter buyback would be better in the retired. So I went with this, and that's fine. Then they had one of these, which I'm a big fan of. This is the set that I got that Greg Maddux autograph card out of one of these hobby boxes. But I picked that one up at Mojo Break Shop. So I guess I still have a chance of pulling an autograph out of one of these. So I did pick up 2021 Allen & Ginter Topps Chrome. It's the last one they had. And he also had I think 2021. Yeah, 2021, I believe. 2 boxes of Allen & Ginter X, which I was really tempted to buy, but they were way overpriced. So I was like, as much as I like Allen & Ginter X, that he was like charging $200, and I'm like, no, that's too much. It would have to be much, $50 less than that at least before I'd consider it. Well, I guess I considered it, but my logic was, oh, I can get this for half the price. And one of these, get these 2 things. Plus I'm guaranteed the autograph just like it would be from the X. And I still get some Allen & Ginters and some minis. And I'm going to get numbered cards out of this. So it just seemed that combination was a little cheaper than the Allen & Ginter X. And I still get to open my minis. Alright, then picked up a couple of these big baseball, because I need to replace my Andre Dawson, which is a little damaged. So hopefully we'll pull one. If not, no big deal. It's only $1 a piece, so why not? That'll be a fun little nostalgic trip. Then they did have a bunch of these rack packs. You can't beat the price on these. It's probably cheaper than what they cost back in 1988. So I picked up this rack pack. Obviously we got an Andre Dawson there. Now I just pulled some of these, and they had another one with Andre Dawson, but it was obviously one of the packs that was at the front of the row on the rack. And the Andre Dawson was all faded out. I don't know if it was this year, but I think it was maybe 88 or 90 or something like that. But for $1.50 plus I get whatever discount that he gives me, I get an Andre Dawson for sure. So we'll see about if I open that. Alright, just a second here. Then I picked up another one, a little more expensive, but this is the 89 set. Alright. And it's got a Record Breakers card right there. Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. That's cool. It's facing out. And but Andre Dawson again. So it's always nice to have extra Andre Dawsons. And that was only $3, so it's only gained $1 in however many years that's been. Because that was probably $2 maybe when they came out, would be my guess. $1.50, something like that. And then I did pick up one of these, which I will open, which is an 86. And this was the best of the ones that they had this, and I think maybe one with Eddie Murray. But the Eddie Murray was really off-centered. the All-Star card. But I picked up this because I'm still searching for the Andre Dawson. So I figured, well, let's try a rack pack instead of one of those wasting money on more of those 86 wax packs, especially after that one pack that was so destroyed and the gum was so rotten and falling apart. So we got an 86. All right. Next. I've been having fun with these. I'm looking at YouTube, my homepage right now on the TV. And my Lobos lost at home to UNLV again. So they lost at UNLV. They're not great. And now they lost at home to UNLV by like 2 points. Boy, ranked number 25. San Diego State's right ahead of us in the poll, 24. They lose. Then we go and lose at home. Unbelievable. I'm glad I didn't get to watch it. I had to listen to it on Lexer. And, yep, I don't know. UNLV's got our number for some reason. So we'll probably get bounced from the polls this week and back on the bubble. But we're still in first place, or at least I think tied. But I had fun with these. Sorry, so I just had to mention that. I've been having fun with these. Getting an autograph about every 2 of these, so figured I'd pick one up from the other shop. See what we get. Alright, that's cool. Then, as I told you, these are I believe that's the proper way to show that. So these, I believe, are the Calbee Oddball cards from Japan. One of them's 88 and the other's from 1990. You can watch that on the video. I think I pretty much show those 2 boxes they're in. So I don't know how and where he got these from, but that's super cool. And they're both smaller size cards compared to a full size card. And I believe the way Calbee did it, well, I don't know about way back then, but that, like, when you buy a bag of chips from this is like the Frito-Lays of Japan. So like when you buy a bag of chips, it's probably bigger than this. I believe nowadays they're like taped on there somehow, or you know how they have that little sticky stuff. But these don't look to be any tape marks or anything, so maybe they were inserted into the pack. So I picked up 4 of this year's to go ahead and show you guys. And do openings of packs of these. And then the other year, so I don't know if this is the 88 or 90. Let's see here. That looks right. And so we picked up this other year. So these are Japanese oddball cards, and you know I'm a big fan of oddball cards. I'm a big fan of baseball in general, so getting cards from other leagues and other countries I dig, and I dig it even more because it's not like Topps Japanese baseball. I want their cards that they make in other countries. Just shows you what their taste is as opposed to what Topps thinks those people would like. So that's cool. So picked up 4 of each one, so 8 Japanese packs to show you guys, about $5 a pop, but so let's say about $4.90 or something like that. And another oddball one that I like, and I liked these, so my buddy Gerald Ford, hopefully he'll watch this, and I'll let him know when I'm going to do the opening of this. Now it's just in a team bag. It's not my team or anything, it's just the team that they had there. But I like oddball food issues, and one of the things are really cool that I liked when I was a kid was back in when the Bears in '85 won the world, the Super Bowl. So Super Bowl's tomorrow. Go whoever you like, but I'm not a 49ers fan, even though I live right by the stadium. So I guess I'm going for Kansas City. Um, I'm just a Bears fan. I like football, but I'm not a big gung ho. But back in the '85 when the Bears won the Super Bowl, I guess that was technically in '86. Um, but I had a few of these. I think my brother picked up some up. He was in Chicago, I believe, that year, and maybe I was able to pick up a few. But we didn't really eat out at McDonald's that often like you would nowadays. It was more of a treat back then. But they had the NFL card scratch off game, and I do have a few Bears cards that I wanted to reveal someday because I really dig them. Like, they're super flimsy cards, but somebody, thank God, back in the day, had the wherewithal to keep them with the tab, just like the Red Man cards, and not scratch off to see if they get a free prize or something like that. So this is the Colts. So I don't know who was on the Colts back in '85, but it's like a team set, I believe. Sorry, folks, got the hiccups. All right. So that's '86. So, because football season's like '84, '85, '85, '86, right? So I believe that the '86 ones are covering their '85, '86 season, because that's when the Bears cards that I have was like the Super Bowl year. But so I'm assuming that this is the Colts set. I didn't open it to look around. I just saw the price and I was like, wow, this guy's from Mexico. That's cool. I just figured, it's an oddball kind of cards that I like. I want to pick up the Bears. But to get one like this, like on eBay, with the tabs and everything on it, still, it's obviously a lot more expensive than this. And I don't collect football cards enough that I really want to go after that yet. But I would love to have it, don't get me wrong. But I like that. That's super cool for football cards. I really dig it. That's right up my alley and the kind of cards that I like to collect. So even, I love Allen and Ginter and tobacco minis and all that. But I just really love product issue, whether it's McDonald's or Cracker Jack or Captain Crunch cereal or Milk-Bone dog food. I don't care. I love that kind of stuff. And since I'm showing you that, I will show you an oddball that I seen in one of those glass cases, and I was like, oh, I gotta get this, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Those McDonald's cards are right up my alley, and then so was this. So somebody had saved the Ring Dings box from Drake's. I do have some Drake's cards. I think later on, or earlier, they just put cards in the box. I don't think Drake's is around anymore. That's what he was telling me. And it's cool. It's got the, I like the advertising too, like the King B little package I showed you. So it's got the advertisement for the free baseball cards, but these are actually on the box. But I believe the earlier Drake's were like a full-size card that they would put in the box, like a little pack of cards. And so this one, has the advertising, but look, they tell you what you can get on the different products they sold. So, I mean, solid names there. Don Mattingly, Daryl Strawberry, Wade Boggs, Tim Raines, you know, on and on. And just the ingredients there. Here's the other side that I like. And I love cherry pies, so look at that. It's got my boy Andre Dawson in there. So even though Andre's not on this pack, it does talk about Andre Dawson, so that's sort of Andre Dawson collectible. So they had this just like this in a plastic wrapper of some kind. They taped. But I'll probably just undo these things and flatten it out. But yeah, look at those names. Pretty good names. Superstars at the time. A bunch of Hall of Famers in there. Like right there off the bat, you know. You got Jack Morris. There you go. Junkwhack's hero. Hall of Famer Jack Morris. Cal Ripken. Eddie Murray. Kirby Puckett. Andre Dawson. Then, you know, maybe someday Willie. You know, solid players there. Clemens could be. Raines, Hall of Famer. Boggs, Hall of Famer. Schmidt, Hall of Famer. Henderson, Molitor, Gary Carter, Winfield, Trammell, Gwynn. So a ton of Hall of Famers in this set of ring dings. And so the cards were just cut off cards that you would cut out. You know, there's little bins and stuff in there, but that's fine. I like that. I like that this is circulated. So it's one in a series of 33. You would hand cut those if you so chose to risk doing that. So they're 8th collector's edition. Like I said, I do have some Drake's cards that were just plain old cards. So they must have decided to just start doing box bottoms to save money. Because they're paying for the packaging anyway, so why not just print them on there? So you got, should possibly be Hall of Famer someday, Don Mattingly. And Hall of Famer Tim Raines, Andre Dawson's buddy. And so we got that, so... And then on the inside, you got the card. So some stats on the back there. And I wanted you to see right down there in the corner. Sorry about that, lighting. Right over here, basically, let me adjust this light, sorry folks, let's get that light right in there, and that is 1988, I believe, yeah, 1988, and that's MSA, so that's Michael Schenkner and Associates. MSA cards, and I love that. Look at that, just as simple as you could possibly get, just plain old cardboard. Very bland, but classic, old style classic baseball cards. MSA I'm a huge fan of because they were the experts at doing this kind of stuff. You know, they're not bad looking cards by any means, a little busy on the front, but look at old Drake's decided to shell up and pay up for the logos there. So I think that's sweet. I love that. This is the kind of stuff I love to collect. Partially because a lot of other people don't. You know, they don't see the value in that as much as I do. But, you know, this has been sitting around since '88. Somebody bothered to keep it in this condition like I do some of the stuff I have that is similar, and you know, I only charged $10 for that, but who knows, you know, give this another 70 years, Maybe these will be the cards of the future. Either way, I'm not going to be around for that, but I'm going to enjoy this between now and then, or now and when I'm done, because this is exactly the kind of stuff that I like. And yeah, so I guess that's my reveal. I revealed my reveal of the stuff that I picked up, but didn't open anything. So 30 minutes already, and then I did pick up 2 relic cards with a discount. So I'm gonna not show you the front of those so that I could come back and do another video, and then we'll open some cards. Alright, thanks for watching Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Please subscribe, like my videos, and so we can interact. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of these oddball things. Are you a fan of that or no? So there you go, Gerald. There's a football card. Johnny Cooks. Alright. Well, probably I'll show you the other cards. Maybe do archive signature series and these other like the big baseball and whatever. Alright, folks. Hope you enjoy my videos, and go check out my videos from yesterday. That big Danica Patrick. It's not the same one that I showed before. It's a new one. So go check out that Sports Illustrated Danica Patrick card that I got. Yeah, it's a beauty. Alright, see ya.